are a liability. Hey y'all, this is me, Aaliyah Donelle, and welcome to my channel, Aaliyah's World, where this is my world and your
2,000 years later.
Much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Just living in it. Today's video, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about why I said I'm not having no kids till I'm 30. Fucking kids! And why you shouldn't either. Period. Okay, so let's get into the video. First reason of why I'm not having no kids till I'm 30 is your 20s is for self-discovery. Your 20s is the time when you need to be learning who you are. Who are you? Are you this? Are you this stuff? Are you the movie? You don't know because you had a baby at fucking 19. See, this is the time that we supposed to be figuring out who we is for real. Like, what do I like? Like, what do I dislike? Like, what do I like about people? What do I dislike about people? Like, this is the time we're supposed to be learning those things. But if you got a baby, it'll be hard to learn those things. You gotta worry about being a daddy or being a mama. You gotta worry about being a parent. And you can't do both at one time. You can attempt to do both, but one or the other will be neglected, at least slightly, because multitasking is hard. So you can't give your child your all and also give yourself your all. One or the other will be affected. Like, for instance, traveling. How you gonna travel? You got a whole baby on your back. Like, what? Like, what? I mean, I'm sure you can travel with a baby, but that's a whole nother expense, a whole nother thing you gotta worry about. Who gonna watch your baby? You might wanna be gone for a whole month, but you got a baby, you can't be gone for a whole month. Like, huh? You can't be away from your baby for a whole month. Like, come on now. As if you ain't had no kid, you wouldn't have to worry about that. You can be gone for years if you want to. You can leave and never come back if you want to. That's just something people with kids gotta worry about versus people without kids. You know, we can really get up and do what we want to do. I don't even know if you like to travel. Do you like to travel? Where have you been? Like, what do you know? What do you need to know? Like, what do you want to know? Like, don't have no baby until you figure out those things. The second reason why I'm not having no babies until I'm 30 years old, and why you shouldn't either, is because you have the most money in your family. Usually you don't even learn about money until later. You're just like a rare case where like you grew up and your parents would just teach you about money, you knew about credit and all that. But usually that's not the case. A lot of us just spend all our money. We splurge on stuff we don't need. We do all this stuff up until we just learn from our mistakes. We gotta learn from our mistakes. If you're in your 20s, at the time you're supposed to be learning about your mistakes, you have a whole baby on your back. A whole baby on your back.
Disclaimer. The following statements are only true if you spend your 20s learning financial literacy.
By the time you're 30, you'll learn from your mistakes. You'll learn how to budget. You'll learn about Roth IRA. You'll know about high yield savings accounts and stocks and bonds and stuff like that. So, well, you'll know exactly where to put your money at and all of that. I'm sure you will have way more money than you had in your 20s. Just because at that point you'll be more mature financially and you'll just get it. You know, you'll just understand it. Enough of that. My third reason is kids in today, in the right now, in the now, in today, kids are a liability, for real. Imagine the stuff you do now, but double. Let's just say you want to go to Chick-fil-A. One meal at Chick-fil-A could be $13 for a meal at Chick-fil-A. Now, if you had a child, double that. Baby, a $13 meal done turned to a $26 meal. That's 30 goddamn dollars because you got a baby. Just because you bent over. Just because you was not doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make 50 cents. That 50 cents is double. It's $1 because you have a baby. You want to go do an activity. It'll be doubled because you have a baby. Let's say you want to go bowling for $20 or something like that. Because I never paid for bowling. Let's just say, hypothetically, you want to go bowling and that's $20 just for you. It will be $40 just because you had a baby. Can you believe that?
No!
That's why I say kids is a liability. Maybe you get more link or taxes come around. You get more money back. And because you have a kid, it will be gone very fast. Yeah, you went from 2,000 this year to just say 6,000. But because you got somebody that you also have to take care of, your money will be gone. Kids eat. Only they sitting here getting on your nerves. But they also eating up all the food. Because kids grow. They grow fast, quick, and in a hurry. So that being said, you really don't benefit on having kids. That literally ties into my next reason. Like, kids is so annoying. They can get really irritating. I'm sweating. Like, you could be trying to go to sleep on a Sunday morning, and the kids will wake you up at 7 a.m. They'll wake you up at 3 a.m. They'll wake you up at 1 a.m. You really have to surround your life around this child. Then they be crying. Then they be in your business. Then they be telling people your business. They be asking dumb questions. They be jumping around, breaking stuff. They be messing up your house, messing up your car. They be just doing stuff. You can't lay down in peace. They getting on your nerves. Then they won't just call your name one time and leave you alone. They want to keep calling your name. They want to tap on you now because you ain't paying them no attention. They want to eat your food. They begging for your stuff. You can't have nothing to yourself. You have no me time. Because when you have a child, it's us time. It's just us time. Ain't no me time. They pee on themselves. They wear pull-ups. You gotta change diapers. Now you gotta go find the bathroom. Now you gotta just everything. They hungry. Now you gotta go find a restaurant. Now you gotta find some food. You can't just go to sleep and you live off a bag of chips. You have a whole kid. So now you gotta go find them something to eat. They are annoying. That's what I'm saying. They are so annoying. And you need to just think about that. Think about your me time. Think about what you like to do when you alone. And you can't do it because you have a baby. You have a child. A human being that you have to take care of. Nobody knows. My last reason of why I'm not having no kids until my 30s and why you should not either is there will literally be no room for mistakes. Because you got this little tiny human being that's dependent on you, you will have no room to sit here and do nothing wrong. Let's just say you want to go and spend $200 at Walmart because you just like to buy new clothes, you just like new stuff. That's $200 you just threw down the drain. But let's just say a bill come up or something. Like, let's just say you end up needing that $200. You needed it for the Wi-Fi or something like that. You needed it for your bills. You didn't pay it. Now the lights off, the heat off, and the phone off and all that. But if you had a child, there will be no $200 Walmart, nothing. There will be none of that because you will have no room to sit there and do something like that. You have to think about the next person now. You can't just make your own mistakes and just handle the fun. No, you have to literally worry about that next person. You can't sit here and work 6 hours at your job and make your money stretch and do what it do with $50 a week. You can't do that because you have a child. And because you had a child and you have a whole nother human being dependent on you, now you gotta sacrifice and go do stuff you wouldn't do if you didn't have a child. You gotta go work jobs you don't wanna work. You gotta go do stuff you don't wanna do. You gotta go against your morals sometimes because you have a whole nother person dependent on you. It's not just you that's gonna go starving. It's gonna be you and your baby. And I know you get what I'm saying. You know, I used to work at like a nursing home and stuff. People my age with kids had to be at work. They had to pick up shifts. Like, for me, it was an option. Like, I didn't have to do nothing. I could really walk out the job if I want to. I don't have to come back. Like, but because they had kids, they had to stay there. Like, it was no walking out. Like, the manager could literally yell at them or anything. And they have to work still. They have to get up every morning. They still have to come to work and still do they 8-hour shift. They have to do overtime and stuff like that because they have a whole nother person that needs them to be right. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, y'all, that's the end of this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next video. Bye.
Gucci, Balenci, rockin' that Fendi designer, got plenty. Drippin' in Louis and Jimmy. No, don't try to run up, got the 30 stick with me. Shootin' the store, we gon' shoot him outside. Shootin' the lot, we gon' shoot out the ride. He not a shooter, he closing his eyes. Put him in sleep with the tears in her eyes.